Okay, got a little demonstration today with one of the bigger SGDD-BV die sets. Here I believe this is like 8.91 square. And while the system is capable of really punching even bigger dies, basically you're going to get to the point where you're limiting, what you can handle by hand with the die assembly. So, and dies this class, we recommend that you get two people involved, and you're going to have one person on one side of your panel and another person on this side. So we're going to start with the person that has the punch, and there'll be a total of 4 bolts, but we're going to start out by just putting 2 bolts in, and then that person's going to stabilize the side of the die while the person on this side is going to bring up the cut part of the die and put it onto the shoulder bolts. Now at this point they're captured, but in order to take and for safety purposes, the guy in this panel will just bring it up and just get the thread started on the first cylinder. And then we'll do the same thing on the second cylinder. And now it's relatively easy to take and get the 2 additional bolts required started.
Gotta get everything lined up.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
There it is. So as you can see, it's just a little handier if you got 2 people involved when you're taking and doing this. And we bring up the draw bolts. They don't have to be torqued or anything, but they do need to bottom out so they're as even as possible.
I gotta hit this one on the bottom here a little bit more.
Okay.
We're bottomed.
So we confirm that they're good. It doesn't hurt to really kind of double check your hydraulic connections, make sure they're tight. And then on our pre-travel phase of advancing the cylinders, we're going to make sure that the valves here, our needle valves on our balancing valve assembly, are open. And then we want to make sure our valve on our hand pump is closed. And we basically start pumping away. This advances the cylinders and makes sure that they're even. And probably one of the easiest ways to really tell is when your hoses flex a little bit, it means that we've gotten our pressure up to our advanced pressure on our die set. And I can feel right now they're getting a little bit stiffer.
And you can feel it in the pump handle as well.
Yep. Okay. So now we're going to take and close these valves, and you'll actually feel when you close them they got pressure on them. And one of the issues we've had in the field is sometimes they don't get these tight enough, and if you don't, you will lose your balancing effect of the valves. So you don't have to put a wrench on them or anything, but just make sure they're good and tight. So now we're going into the cut phase, and you're going to want to take and stabilize the side of the die as we proceed, because this thing will take and actually fall clear as the die set is advanced. And also while you're doing this, it's a good idea to confirm that your dies are staying in parallel. They have approximately the same distance between each cylinder. That's the secret to the die set. And continue to pump it. And this this is where we're talking about, it will fall free on you. So there you got a relatively large opening in a panel, and you got it that quick and that easy. And that's the secret to the balanced drive system we have here with our SGDD series. Then, to recover from your punch, you basically open all the valves. That includes your needle valves, and I got that one tight. Oops. And your valve on your hydraulic pump. And of course you'll notice that your cylinders are retracting. And of course you can feel the looseness in them right now. You basically do the reverse of the assembly procedure of the die set and simply take and thread them out. Once again, you've got someone here to take and aid in stabilizing this die set. It's a really good idea.
I've got the base, but
Alright. Put that one there. You might need to use a wrench on it. Sometimes if you have a slug in there, you may have a little drag on the slug. Cylinder A is removed.
slide this whole thing down here. There you go.
Yep. That makes it a little easier to work on.
It was kind of nice to go through the hole though, that big.
I know people that could pass through that hole.
Okay, your right cylinder.
And my B cylinder is removed. Now come our studs. And of course, there's our blank. And the one thing that we'll demonstrate now, Frank will demonstrate, is sometimes the slider gauge slugs will just simply take and fall out. But if they don't, we have a little rolling bar for this. And sometimes we have to clamp the die set down to do it, but I'm going to try just kind of holding it here for Frank. And out comes the slug. And there's an example of the size openings that you can handle with the balancing valve system. We've actually done bigger SGDD series dies, I think 8 by 10 inches even. And gives you a nice clean opening, and important thing, you know, compared to sawing or whatever, is it is square. It's perfectly square, it's perfect to size. So there's our 8.91 square balancing valve driven SGDD series die set. Have a great day.